It's really hard to make chess look tough. That's what one of my classmates said when I was editing my most recent short video, Cincinnati Open, in my bio class. I was just editing it and he was beside me, and that's what he said. And I really thought about his comment, and it actually kind of makes sense. If you think about the word tough, if you don't know what that means, it's like a teenager word. It means like cool, trendy, it looks like very tough, if you know what I mean. Like, I'll give you some examples. For example, if someone who's like working out a workout video, maybe he's like an edit of some like trendy music and he's like doing like the pose and he's super jacked. That's like tough. Or for example, someone's drifting a Viper and he's like this is the camera angle and he's like doing that. That looks tough. For example, someone's at the range and they have like a super cool gun. That's really tough. Someone's playing basketball, hits like an insane three-pointer shot. That's also very tough. But chess isn't really like fit into that category of like cool, trendy. And it's very hard also as a chess player to fit in to be like the cool, trendy, like popular kind of guy. For example, I used to be sort of bullied, not bullied, but like made fun of slash like mocked when I was in eighth grade, studying chess, like out in public. People would say, "Oh, of course he's playing chess," and people would say, "Oh, I'm better than you. I can beat you." Or people would like just mess with me, say, "Oh, that move, that's the best move," or something. They just like kind of like mess with you a little bit. And maybe it was just me, cause I was sort of like a nervous like little kid, like back in middle school, and people would just like fuck with me all the time, cause I was pushover. But it's sort of like chess has this like stigma of like being sort of like just like nerdy. Like if you imagine the average chess player, everyone has this sort of a like stereotype of chess players, even if you do play chess yourself. Like if you think about the quote unquote like stereotypical chess player, you think of like this like nerdy kid who's like showed up, his glasses, he's super skinny, and he's like weird. You know, he's like sort of doesn't really know how to talk to people, super weird and like just antisocial, and he'd just be like, for example, there was a lot of kids I'd see in the tournaments where I'd go up to them and try to talk to them, and this is how they talk to me, right? I'm gonna pretend. First of all, they don't really look at you at all. They just like don't have any eye contact. They just like shrivel up, super skinny, glasses, and they're like looking away from your eyes, right? They're not even looking at you when they talk to you, and they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah," and they talk very fast. They're like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Round four's at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. in the afternoon." Like they talk really fast, and like they're super nervous, don't want to draw attention to themselves, like doesn't really know how to act in social occasions. And part of it is true. I've seen a lot of kids like that in tournaments, and a lot of even adults like that. And yeah, and if you're anything like me, I'm more of the like sort of, well, in terms of chess players, I'm sort of like the more of the upper of the social skills, I guess. um I think I'm more of a like outward guy. I mean, I wasn't always like this. I had a period I was super nervous, introverted. I stayed inside, didn't touch grass. But like I'm sort of more of a like loud guy. I like talking to people, getting to know people, like just socialize people with people in the tournament. I just like made 5 new friends every tournament I go. That kind of stuff, right? And if you're anything like me, you probably find it very hard to fit in or just like be seen as popular in, for example, school, work. If you're younger, with your friends, if you're like a chess player, because they think you're like nerdy or something, and it's pretty like uncomfortable. Like sometimes even I still get like made fun of or comments like in public when I'm studying chess. People like will just like sort of like make fun of me, like sort of, oh look, he's playing chess. Like it kind of gives you like this social pressure of like, oh my god, I don't really want to like study chess outside in public because people are gonna think you're weird. And a lot of times like in middle school, I wouldn't even like do that in public because I was so afraid of other people judging me of like what I studied. Like I just like pretend to read some book or like do an assignment, and while like listening to a chess like video, because I was like I was afraid if I pulled up the video, people would think, oh, he's playing chess, he's studying chess, ha, he's a nerd, like that kind of stuff, right? It was pretty bad to that point. And if you are in my position, just I just want to give you a piece of advice of how like it really doesn't matter. I know you feel this like sort of social like sort of like weirdness like oh my god, this is not socially acceptable, people are going to judge me, people are going to think I'm weird, and it is a like instinctive human trait of like, hey, you want to fit into with other people, you know, you want to fit into the tribe, or else, you know, you'll get kicked out and you'll like die if we were back in the hunter-gatherer stages. But nowadays it really doesn't matter. Like, so what? People give you weird looks. Like, you gotta get to the point where you just really don't give a shit. Like, it's been a while for me that I literally couldn't give a shit. Like, so many times I felt like weirded and like I feel like sort of like pressured because I don't want to like act too weird outside and people are gonna think I'm this, people are gonna think I'm that. I still have a lot of that, but I've gotten to like a point where sometimes I just don't give a shit. Like when it comes to studying chess in public, I literally don't care less. Like what if, oh, he's a nerd, he's a nerd. Oh, I think I'm judging him too, you know what I mean? Like it literally doesn't matter. Like who cares he thinks you're a nerd if you're studying chess? Who cares if you play chess and you upload your chess videos and people think you're weird? Like they're gonna die. In 100 years or so, none of this shit matters. They're gonna die. You're gonna die. It doesn't matter. And one day you're like, if you think about it, like if you're maybe 60s, 70s and you think, oh, back, like I wanted to become like a chess YouTuber, or I wanted to be good at chess, and just because you couldn't study outside, you know, you were this like percent worse and you didn't make this tournament and you couldn't like maybe pursue chess like more professionally, pursue chess like more as a career, and just because you didn't study outside in public, you were like this bad and you lost this critical game in some point of your career. Like that's to the extreme. But what I'm saying is like, you're not gonna say like, oh shit, I wish I didn't study chess outside, like in public, and that guy like you're not gonna think that when you're not gonna be regretful of studying chess outside, right? You're just gonna be regretful of not doing that. So maybe this like mentality like sort of helped you, I guess, if you're experiencing this kind of pressure. I still get it sometimes, man. Like I get it. Like if suddenly someone smirks and like whispers and when they look at me playing chess, like I still feel kind of weird. Like I would feel like this thing at like for like 5 minutes, my like concentration would be like sort of messed up. That's why I like to train my room by myself. But another tip is also to just surround yourself with people who play chess. Like for me, I'm gonna upload another video on this soon. Why I'm sort of making some decisions here is because this where I am, there's literally nobody in like a 5 mile radius. No one plays chess. Like I mean they know the rules, but they're not like there's 1,600 max, right? And then like a 5 mile radius. So it's pretty hard, and for especially this school, it's like a private school, like kind of smaller school. Nobody plays chess. There's no like good chess players. There was a few like that left like a few years before, but now it's just me. So it is pretty hard for me to like surround myself with people who do play chess. Like if you think about it, like a chess club, there was a movie, I think, a chess movie. I forgot what it's called, but if you search like chess movies, it's like up there. It's like about like a high school chess team and they like win the national championships or something. And their club is like super fun, you know. There's like a few buddies who play all the time every day after school, you know, they know each other, they hang out all the time, they all play chess, you know, they're in like this chess circle, chess centered circle. Everybody thinks chess is like you're surrounding yourself with people who do play chess, and that's gonna make it way better. It's gonna like just be the complete opposite if you're trying to like of what I'm describing of you feel like ostracized and like being weird in front of people if you play chess. It's gonna be completely different. Like if you're good at chess, people gonna think you're the GOAT, and you're gonna suddenly be like the popular guy in the friend group if you're the best player, you know? So yeah, that really, really helps, and that's what I'm looking forward to doing. For example, there's also training camps, like Chinese national team. There's some training camps in Armenia I know of, like these like special training camps just for professional chess players when they're really young. Yeah, that also really helps because I sort of experienced it a little bit last summer, and it's just like everything's surrounded with chess, so you won't feel any like weird pressure of like people think you're a nerd because everyone is playing chess. You literally study chess all the time. There's literally like your homework is chess. Your like entire job is playing chess, so you won't feel any like pressure of like thinking other people thinking you're weird or anything. So that really helps. But if you can't do that, man, just like online is also a good like idea. Online communities, although it's not that like helpful, it does help to some degree, like parasocial relationships with like your favorite chess YouTuber or something. That also helps. But I think just surrounding yourself with real chess people is like the permanent cure to this problem. But if you can't, just remember that you're gonna die one day and you're not gonna regret putting a few extra hours studying chess just because like and you're not gonna like think it's a good thing you stopped and like sort of got scared because they might judge you and didn't study, right? So yeah, I hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.